Mokwena, Colin, Dixie and the team are standing by with Blow by Blow.
It's happening in the Free State Province once again. It's boxing, and Free State Province are fast becoming the home of boxing. We've had the Baby Champs finals there. We've had the Boxing South Africa Awards, a number of bills. And today, Blow by Blow coming live from Tempe Military Base, where we're showcasing WBF featherweight fight. It's going to be an interesting one. This man, Oscar Chauke, was our guest last week right here in the studio with us, and he will be making his first defense against Sergio Carlos Santillan. Really promises to be quite an exciting fight. If anything, if the fight with him and Wonga Mhlana is anything to go by, then Oscar will be quite devastating. The last time we saw Santillan fighting in South Africa was fighting against Hawk Makepula, and he was stopped in 10 rounds. Now, before I introduce the Colin Nathan, I almost call him by his nickname. Before I introduce Colin Nathan, 082-123-0222. That is the number you need to call if you want to win yourself a pair of gloves from Everlast and a hamper. Let me just say a nice hamper from Everlast. If you want to, there it is. You can call us on 082-123-0222. But I'll tell you what to do later. That is the number. You can start dialing now if you want, but then I will tell you a little later. Right now, let me introduce a man who's looking quite suave today, Colin Nathan.
Well, Quinn, I was going to say the same thing about you, actually.
I wonder who your tailor is, eh?
I wonder who your tailor is. How you doing?
Oh, cool, man.
Looking forward to Oscar's first title defense tonight. Let me say this, Oscar's the peak of his career right now, coming for a devastating win, winning the vacant WBF Junior Featherweight Championship against Mhlana, stopping him in 5 rounds. Looked devastating. Tonight, we can expect another devastating performance from him. Sergio Carlos Santillan, what can we say about him? He's a veteran, 34 years old. First world title opportunity, possibly his last if he doesn't win tonight. He fought in South Africa in 2004, got stopped in 10 rounds, as you mentioned, against Hawk Makepula. Tonight has to be his first and last opportunity to win a world title.
Last week, Oscar Chauke was with us in studio, and he said he didn't know much about Santillan. Going into a fight for a boxer, as we're watching him there against Wonga Mhlana, relatively not knowing much about him, how do you prepare as a boxer for that sort of a fight?
Well, I think conditioning is a key asset to any fighter who doesn't know much about the opponent going into this kind of fight. But I'm sure by now, Manny Fernandez, his trainer of Oscar Chauke, has taken a look at Santillan and probably would recall the fight against Hawk Makepula. If my memory serves me correct, when he fought Hawk Makepula, he was a cagey kind of fighter. He got dropped in the 5th round and got stopped in the 10th. He is essentially a fighter who can box off the back foot, as well as he seemed, if I recall correctly, he just basically seemed to move around a lot, shifty kind of guy. Not much of a puncher, which is a good thing for Oscar in his first title defense. But also, it's very interesting to know that most of his fights have been in the junior bantamweight division. Tonight, he moves up 2 divisions in the junior featherweight division. And
Santillan, going into the fight, we've only seen him fight against Hawk Makepula, and he was stopped. Didn't bring much of a fight to Hawk Makepula. Do you think he'll bring much of a challenge to Oscar Chauke as we watch him there against Hawk?
Well, Quinn, let's hope so. I mean, it's a world title opportunity for him at the age of 34. It's unlikely for him to get another crack at a title like this. For me, and I guess for him as well, it should be do or die, because let's face it, he's coming off a loss in his last fight, although it was a split decision loss for the junior bantamweight title, for the Argentinian title. You know, coming off a loss and challenging for world title, it's a golden opportunity for him.
Right, that's the 2 gentlemen that will be in action today, Sergio Carlos Santillan and Oscar Chauke, WBF Junior Featherweight. Right now, let's take a look at the 2 of them at the weigh-in. Right, that's Oscar Chauke, and really looking quite fit. I mean, if you look at the fact that Oscar is a bit taller than Santillan, should have a bit of an advantage going into this fight. That's the challenger, Sergio Carlos Santillan, at the weigh-in, the whole medical, the checkup. It's the two pugilists who will be in action in a short while at the Tempe military base. Now, I said you should call 082-123-0222. You need to start calling now. That's the number again, 082-123-0222. That's the number you need to call right now. There it is at the bottom of your screen. Call right now, and I'll be giving you the question. You need some time. I'm trying to buy you some time so that you can get into the competition. You'll be winning that nice hamper of from Everlast. It's gloves and some goodies courtesy of Everlast. Now, this is the question we're asking you today on that number 082-123-0222. Which South African boxer has the most world title defenses? Should be an easy one. You've got three options on your screen: Vuyani Bungu, Brian Mitchell, and Harold Volbrecht. You've got 60 seconds to start calling, and your 60 seconds starts now. Right. There you go, 60 seconds going. Which South African boxer has the most world title defenses? Calls coming in, as you can see. Looks like at the moment, Vuyani Bungu seems to be the popular choice there with Brian Mitchell, and not much going on for Harold Volbrecht. We'll be telling you who are the answer to the question in a short while. Remember, Harold Volbrecht was one of the most successful South African boxers, defended the South African title for quite some time, and while Brian Mitchell also a legend in his own right and did quite well. And Vuyani Bungu, you've got your time still. Have some time to continue. Follow the voice prompts on your phone and make sure that you get the right answer. Is it Vuyani Bungu at number one? Is it Brian Mitchell or Harold Volbrecht? That should be an easy one. You've got just 10 seconds left to make that choice, and you could be the winner of that Everlast hamper. It's got gloves, it's got also some nice goodies, and then maybe an opportunity to start getting into shape. And your time is over, and well, the right answer, as you can see there, it's Vuyani Bungu. 84% of the people got it right. Well, we'll be telling you who is the winner after this. Right now, let's take a look at the two boxers in the dressing room.
Dreams in the dark. Take off to greater heights. Kimoja, I'm fine without drugs. A message from the Department of Social Development.
Want to get sexy pics and watch videos of your favorite glamour girls? Watch saucy celebrity vids or even play the very latest games on your cell? Then SMS START to 31931. Browse and download all the very best and cheapest cell phone content available. SMS START to 31931. Boys, get your own sexy cell phone menu right now. See you there.
With sweat and steel, the dream begins. As the men answer the call. Yes, siyasebenza, siyasebenza. In our hands the future lies. We'll raise this dream into the skies. Siyasebenza.
Carling Black Label, more refreshment, more reward at the end of the day.
Today in question 1.1, we're going to write down an equation. And what we're going to need is probably one of these. Well, let's look at the question before we use the hardware. This is a line with a wave through it. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Much like maths, it's a roller coaster ride. And then 0 to 360 degrees is like a circle. When you see this kind of question, Mary, in a math test, don't panic. Move on to the next question. Whoa, that one probably is a... So, the next... Let's go to the next caller.
Quality educational programs are made possible by a small license fee. Pay yours. It's the right thing to do.
While others will go to any length to get your attention, HiQ is giving you 100 Rand off. That's 100 Rand off when you buy 2 Goodyear High Performance or Wrangler 4x4 tires. So come to HiQ before the end of March. HiQ, the one you can trust.
Series, exclusive to SABC2, for the love of the game.
3 out of 5 complain of sensitivity. Here, there's recession of the gums, so the gum line is exposed. So anything hot, too cold, they complain of a sharp pain. If you let it persist, the problem could actually get more severe. Stick to your Sensodyne. It cleans, removes plaque, gives you fresh breath. It will also help prevent sensitivity. It replaces your normal toothpaste because it does all the functions that you need. You have to use it continuously, every day, twice a day, for good results.
The Yellow Pages series, exclusive to SABC2.
Well, the action is just about to start at the military base, that is Tempe in Bloemfontein. Congratulations to Roy Lawrence, the fastest finger. Took him just about 3 seconds to decide who the winner is there, and congratulations to him. Now, you can also be part of the action, and 0821230222 is the number to call. Just tell us as soon as the fight starts who you think is winning. That's an easy one. 0821230222. Right now, let's go straight down to the venue. All right, Paul, once again, 0821230222. Who do you think will win the fight? An easy one, Oscar Chauke or Sergio Carlos Santillan. 0821230222. There it is on your screen. Right, let's go straight to the Tempe military base and hook up with Dixie, who is standing by with the action. Dixie, Oscar Chauke in action, first title defense, first international fight, fighting against a man that we have seen here against Hawk Makepula. Does the challenger look like he's bringing much of a challenge for Oscar?
I think one thing we know about Santillan is that he's a very resilient boxer. The fight you're talking about against Hawk Makepula, we remember that Hawk had worked very hard for the entire fight, and he dropped a straight right in the last second of that fight, and that's how the fight ended. 2 minutes, 59 seconds of the last round. That's how Hawk Makepula won that fight. So Oscar Chauke definitely has to be in his best shape tonight, and that's what his corner has been telling us, that he's in the best shape of his life. So we'll be looking forward to seeing if he really can deliver a spectacular performance tonight, and I think that's going to be very important. Let me bring in my colleague at ringside, Mr. Dumila Mateza. Hi.
Hi, Dixie. If Oscar Chauke's last fight against Mhlana is anything to go by, and his performance there, one might see a new Oscar Chauke if he fights the same way he fought out in Potchefstroom.
I think what I also gather from the corner is that they are looking for some recognition for Oscar Chauke. It's about time that is mentioned, in the, amongst the elite boxers in this country. So that's what they're looking for, and they've definitely got to deliver tonight.
Let's have a look at how these boxers shape up.
Oscar Chauke versus Sergio Santillan, who comes from Argentina, South America. Let's see how the two boxers really fared up in terms of age. Well, Oscar, a lot of youth on his side there, but height and reach also, he has an advantage when it comes to that. So he'll be looking for Sergio to be coming at him.
Well, 23 fights, both boxers, and it's, as you spoke about, resilience, and Sergio Santillan, the man from Argentina, will see tonight whether that resilience is going to be anything to go by. Let's have a look at the rules that are governing this fight. There are the rules. 10 points mark system. Boxer cannot be saved by the bell. No, there's no standing head count. There's no 3 knockdown rule, except in the last round. But let's take you to our ring announcer, Dick Wellington.
gentlemen, coming to you live from the Free State, it's time for the main event. And now, let's welcome our boxers into the ring. Introducing first, the challenger from Argentina. Please put your hands together for Sergio Carlos Santillan.
Sergio Santillan makes his way to the ring. It's a normal thing these days that the Argentinian boxers who come to South Africa come in that national soccer jersey of Argentina.
Definitely showing his loyalty there to the Argentinian national soccer team. And he met Hawk Makepula on the, it was November 2004 when that fight took place. So South Africans have definitely seen this guy in the ring, and definitely a huge challenge for Chauke tonight.
His last 4 fights, though, lost his last fight before he got here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring the current WBF Junior Featherweight Champion of the world from South Africa, Oscar Chauke.
Oscar Chauke, quite a silky performer, stylish boxer in the ring. You will see all of those skills. He's going to be looking to use the distance, use the reach advantage he has. He's going to want to use those legs. He will be using a lot of straight punches, and I think he wants to really demonstrate that he has some huge talent and he should be taken seriously.
Well, yeah, so one would expect him really to make short work of this bout, and that's the only way he's going to get the recognition he wants if he makes short work of this bout.
Machilo ke abakeshba ke Oscar Chauke into namhlanje bajonge into banimi jikelo nje ibe mithathu sibese sikanti siyagoduka sawubona ke into banamhlambi bazakwazi yenza kusini na lonto namhlanje baqule baligangatha ke bathi he worked for 12 to 14 weeks non-stop, not skipping a single day preparing for this fight here tonight. So I do expect that you will enjoy the feast we are about to deliver for you tonight. Back to our ring announcer, the Duke.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for the Argentinian national anthem? Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing for the South African national anthem? Thank you. You may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's main event is coming to you live from the Indoor Sports Center here at the Tempe Military Base in Bloemfontein, where tonight, Zanzi Showtime Boxing Promotions and Rob's Promotions, in association with the Free State Department of Sports, Arts, and Culture, and SABC Sport for the Love of the Game, are proud to bring you 12 rounds of championship boxing for the WBF Junior Featherweight title of the world. Tonight's bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Foundation in conjunction with Boxing South Africa. The fight supervisor is the Director of Operations for BSA, Mr. Loyiso Mcha. The ringside physicians are Dr. Dennis Tlacanello and Dr. Mone Mofokeng. The official timekeeper is Mzolisa Mabuya. The judges for this bout are Ace Makaluza, Lulama Mcha, and Freddie Makatini. The referee in charge of the action is Rassi Erasmus. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 54.96 kilograms and is wearing the white trunks. He's had 34 professional fights with 23 wins, 8 losses, and 3 draws. He's fighting out of Argentina. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Sergio Carlos Santillan. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 54.24 kilograms and wearing the white, yellow, and gold trunks. He's had 29 professional fights with 23 wins, 4 losses, and 2 draws. Tonight, he's making his first title defense from South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the current WBF Junior Featherweight Champion of the world, Oscar Chauke.
You're both experienced boxers. I don't have to tell you the rules now. If I say stop, I want you to take a step back. If I say break, I want you to take a step back. But when I say stop, you wait for the command box. I want the corners cleaned as soon as the whistle goes. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Well, the instructions have been given. Another step forward for Oscar Chauke to stardom. And for him to get the kind of recognition his corner would like to get from South Africans, he'll have to make short to work. This fight against a a veteran boxer and a man, 34-year-old Sergio Carlos Santillan. Well, the start of this fight, good boxer Dawes, as Chauke Dawes looking at the feet of this man.
Good thing you can notice already is that Chauke not following Santillan around. He is cutting the ring. Look at his front foot, just looking to really keep the center of the ring. Let Santillan work. Use his energy to run around the ring, basically. But one thing to notice is that if you look at Oscar Chauke's record, registers 7 knockouts in his 23 wins. So that doesn't really suggest he's a big banger, Chauke, but they're really coming in here into this fight. Their attitude is that they've really got to stop this guy.
Elias is surprised everybody in Potchefstroom when he fought Mhlana. Didn't give Mhlana any chance. He came in and took the fight to him, and that fight ended rather quickly in the 5th round as Chauke once again threw good combinations in this round, early in this round. Lost 4 fights, and those fights he lost to Mnyandi, lost to Hlwatika, and lost to Matebula. That is Chauke.
Yes, Oscar Chauke being the champion in the super bantamweight division. If you look at the ratings, names like Israel Vasquez, Rafael Marquez appearing in the top 5, Steve Molitor, those are really big names in the world of boxing. So I'm sure he's hoping that one day he'll have a chance to meet those guys.
Well, I was trying to find where is Santillan rated, and the WBF in the top 15. I did not see his name.
That's a strange part, in that his name doesn't quite appear there. So again, it's a it's a voluntary defense for Chauke. This it cannot be mandatory. So they've picked him just to iron out their skills, sharpen up those knives for tougher battles ahead.
A big punch, a jab, landing on Santillan's forehead. Santillan really using the full ring here.
Njikelo kuqala siphathele umlo wenjinga yehlabathi Oscar Chauke efuna ukucinezela ngamandla namhlanje abonise noko abathanda abanqindaba eMzantsi Afrika into yobana italent ikhona.
Well, a big punches from Chauke, but this man Santillan kangayoye yonke loo nto waphosisa kwabisonka basifika ekugqibeleni kwalo mjikelo.
Get ready for the ride of your life. The Cape Argus Pick and Pay Cycle Tour, brought to you by SABC Sport.
They throw 1-2 left to double left. Welcome back to ringside. Let's have a look at what happened in that round.
Oscar Chauke looking to really accelerate quite quickly off the blocks here in round number 1. Of course, the world title fight, he's definitely got to concentrate all of the time, and he's going to see those looping overarm rights from a South American. They love throwing those kind of punches, but Santillan will be dipping his head and really concentrating on getting on the inside.
Santillan coming into this fight having lost his last fight on the 22nd of September in 2000.